but I guarantee you're gonna feel better after this. Listen up, Pardon me, I'm just trying to give the heart of me, and at the same time I'm trying to hit the party scene. And this is feel-good music, so get out your seat and forget about your problems from throughout the week.
Hello everybody, and welcome to very cold and very windy Chicago. Today I'm on a food marathon for probably the most iconic, the most famous food out of Chicago, the deep dish pizza. Now, Chicago is my childhood city, so I'm no, foreigner to deep dish pizza. I've had so much of it in my life. I absolutely adore it. Like, anybody that says Chicago pizza is not pizza has never tasted it before. So I'm gonna take you guys around on not only the best, but kind of like the best deals that you can find on Chicago pizza here in Chicago. Let's go.
What's up, man?
Hi, how are you?
Just one. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here at Pequods Pizza, where they have a $4.95 lunch special for their deep dish 7-inch personal pizza. This has been rated like over so many different websites as one of the best deep dish pizzas in Chicago, and it comes at such an incredible deal, so I'm so pumped to take a bite into this. Now, I've done a few pizza videos in New York where there's like the thin crust, like dollar slice pizzas that you can just like eat with one hand. You can even eat with it walking. But this pizza, it requires a total like fork and knife type of job. Yum. Like this pizza, it exhibits like everything what a deep dish pizza should. Like really what the deep dish pizza is about is, how any pizza is, like the sauce, like the cheese, the bread, but really the bread, it matters a lot more. You see, what sets apart Pequods pizza from like any other pizza in Chicago is their famous caramelized crust. You see, this pizza here was made in a cast iron pot, which Pequods supposedly has been using since they created Pequods. But anyway, it makes for an incredibly crusty and amazing flavor. I mean, just take a look at that blackened, caramelized, amazing crust. Okay, now of course this is like a tour of just enjoying like these deep dish pizzas, like really just basking in the deliciousness of this flavor. However, it's also to find like the best deep dish pizza of Chicago. So to determine that best pizza of Chicago, I'm gonna set a rating scale on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, on the bread, the crust, the sauce, and the cheese. So for Pequods, I'm gonna just start with the caramelized crust. This is what like blew me out of the park. Like this is what just set this pizza apart from like all the other pizzas that I've really eaten before. Like you guys know, I am like an absolute crust man. Like I love crust on a pizza. So this like specialty, this like special like caramelized, like just incredible like bite of a flavor, that was really special. So for the crust, I'm gonna give a 4.5. The sauce was also very good on this pizza too. It was like a unique, of course, handmade, like homemade sauce, but there was like a lot of sweetness. There was a lot of like different like layers of flavor. It was a really good pizza sauce. So for that, I'm gonna give a solid 4 to that. Now for the cheese, I have to move off the sauce to even see the cheese. The cheese, it was okay, but it didn't really seem like it was existent. And for a deep dish pizza, at least what I've seen, like from what I've eaten before, it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be existent. Like you see, like there's hardly a layer of cheese even there. Now don't get me wrong, like I absolutely love this pizza at Pequods. Like it's an awesome pizza, like the crust is delicious, the sauce is amazing. But for the cheese, I'm gonna have to go with a 2. This is like one of the best pizzas, you think, in Chicago, Pequods?
I mean, yeah. I live a block away, so I just go.
Yeah, okay. I gotcha. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, cool. No, because like really what got me was like the caramelized crust here. Like that was really, really good actually. So
at nighttime they had to buy the place next door so people can wait.
Wow, that's
Wow.
yeah, that's
It's a bar.
okay. So yeah, that's insane. Seriously, you wait 3 hours?
People are always all over the sidewalks at night.
Oh man,
It doesn't matter what night.
wow. So I got lucky, yeah.
Hey, I got another place for you.
Oh, you got another place for me?
Can't.
Sweet.
Our pizza.
Delicious, yeah. Hi, how are you, man? What's the deep dish slice that you have there?
The special, it has sausage, onion, mushroom, green pepper.
Okay, I'll go with that. Okay, so this is the Art of Pizza slice. What's really special about this place, other than that it's incredible pizza, is that they offer deep dish by the slice. You see, at the last place that I went to, I actually had to wait for that pizza for 30 minutes, and actually at many different places, you have to wait like up to an hour for your pizza. For me, I'm somebody that like, I want to go there and I want to start eating. I want to like not have at least that much weight to the meal, so this is my dream right here. Oh my gosh, my mouth is just like, it's absolutely watering for this pizza. Like just look at that cheese and sauce and bread. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take the first bite.
He's turning 27 like in a month. So he's in his prime.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Okay, now I've never had crust like this before. The crust is actually a little bit moist, and at first I thought that was going to be a huge downfall for a crust. You know, I'm somebody that I like crunchy crust, like crunch that like really like sets that nice crunch pizza like taste to it. But oh my gosh, like the crust, it just like molds so well with the cheese and the sauce, and like, I mean, like, take a look at where the cheese starts. Like, the cheese starts there, and it goes all the way up to the top where the sauce is. This thing is absolutely delicious.
Tony Brown has like 1,553 yards this year. Has 4 receiving yards and 4 NFL teams.
Okay. Really, like, I was not expecting this to be that good. Like, of course, this is rated as one of the best, you know, deep dish pizzas of Chicago, and of course, like, I've read blogs about it that are very good, but this is like, you know, like the squishy crust, like that really, like, you know, nice base to the, you know, richness and ooziness and saltiness of the cheese, to the sweetness of the, you know, homemade sauce, to the even, like, you know, basil on top of the pizza. Like, this thing is a masterpiece. But anyway, now let's get on to the ratings. So at Pequods, you know, I love the crust. It was like an original, like very, you know, very like kitschy, like very like draw-in, like of people kind of crust. Like to say that you have, you know, blackened crust and like a cast iron pot, it's a really cool thing. And then to taste how it tasted, like it was wonderful. But you know, this crust was actually incredibly original. Like it was like very like bready. It wasn't really pizza like crunchy. It was very bready, almost like a handmade roll. So for the crust, it's very comparable to like the, you know, to the quality of Pequod. So I'm gonna also go with a 4.5 on this crust. Now in terms of the cheese, you know, the cheese was just wonderful. Like I took a bite of cheese where like the cheese kind of like, it took a while to come like out of my bite because it was just so oozy and so cheesy. But really like the quality of this cheese, the way it like went into the dough like right there, like it was wonderful. So I'm also gonna go with a 4.5 on that too. Now in terms of the sauce, you know, it's wonderful, and it's a very unique sauce. Like usually when you eat pizza, and especially deep dish, it's sometimes like sweet combined with like Italian, you know, herbs and seasonings. But this one has more to it. This one is like sweet, it's smoky, it's, you know, very, you know, you can taste that it's handmade. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with a 4.5 across the board. Art Pizza, you really, really impressed me. Woo. Wow, it's windy and cold and it's winter. Anyway, that piece of pizza was just out of this world good. Like I've eaten a lot of pizza before, and this was truly the art of pizza. Anyway, now let's go on to something that's more of a, you know, Chicago favorite and personally one of my favorite crusts in the world. Okay, the legendary, the iconic, possibly the most famous deep dish pizza of Chicago, Lou Malnati's. Oh yeah. Okay, one thing that Lou Malnati's does, especially with the sauce, is you see these like tomatoes right there, these like big tomatoes. Those are like real like hand-cut tomatoes just like thrown on top of the pizza. The sauce is also just wonderful with like just a bunch of basil and seasonings just like lining the piece of pizza. And the cheese, like it's like huge. Like do you see that like amount of cheese on there? It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Now something that Lou Malnati's does that just like separates them from the rest of the pack is their golden brown butter crust. Honestly, one of the best crusts on a piece of pizza. Wow. Okay, now in terms of the ratings, this piece of pizza, it's a Chicago iconic, like classic item. So to rate this piece of pizza, it's difficult, but ratings must be done. So for the cheese, like there's an incredible amount of cheese on that piece of pizza. Like they just pack it to the brim with cheese. It's also good quality, so I'm gonna go with a solid 4 with that. Now in terms of the sauce for me is some of the best sauce on a piece of pizza, not only in Chicago, but the world. You know, there's like real tomatoes on top of it make like a perfect like natural and also like pizza saucy kind of flavor. So I'm gonna give that a 4.5. Now in terms of the crust is like, it's in my heart. Like this crust, when I think of like the best pizza crust in the world, when I even like say the word pizza crust, I think of Lou Malnati's. So because of that, like this pizza crust, it's my favorite in deep dish pizza, so I'm gonna go with a 5 with that. But anyway guys, this video is just so incredibly fun to film, like going around Chicago eating deep dish pizza, like rating it, like that was one of my dream days. And I want to do more pizza videos like this. So if you guys have like a favorite pizza or a pizza that I need to try, or even like a type of pizza that I need to try, please leave a comment below and I'll see you guys next time.